Okay, what I thought about the episode, honestly, it's kind of underwhelming, but
Yeah.
I think I liked it. I liked the characters. The thing is, I liked the demons a lot more this episode because I understood them a little better. And last week, you guys helped me with that, right? You guys are like, yeah, Deku. That's fun. That's not this anime. Tanjiro. Yeah, exactly. Because I don't read it. Tanjiro and Gyutaro or whatever. They're very, very similar. Gyutaro, whatever. They're very similar in many ways. And you guys were telling me, like, I remember I was like pissed because Tanjiro wouldn't cut off his head because like Daki was screaming, and you were like, well, Tanjiro remembers like this could have been them, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, that makes sense. So thinking about that, watching this episode, yeah, totally. The parallels are crazy. Like, seeing their backstory. So Gyutaro, when he was younger, very, whatever, ugly, but also just had his sister or only had family. That's all he really cared about at the end of it. He left home. Tanjiro left home to go get some coal. When Tanjiro gets back, sister is dead. And you kind of almost see like the two paths. Like Tanjiro went the path of like good, and then the Gyutaro or whatever went the path of like I hate everyone. So very, 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 very parallel in that sense. And like I guess Tanjiro also like thought of that as well, because he's like last episode, the episode before, he was like, yeah, that could have been us, and whatever if things went differently. But I felt for it. But I have to ask you guys something. A lot of people on the internet said this made them cry. Is their backstory crying material? Not right. Like not really. If anything, like for me,
scheme of anime, I've seen.
No. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like it's very. I'm desensitized to it, but it is sad. I'm not gonna say it's not sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's sad.
And like now we get a better understanding of why Daki hated being what do you call it, burned by Nezuko, is because that's how she died. And like
basically her,
right. And I'm just like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. And remember when she freaked out about her face, because like that's literally the only value she had was like her beauty and shit. And then so when she scarred her face, it kind of like freaked her out.
Yeah.
You mean when she kicked her head off? Like exploded the back of her head?
Her face? No, not even that one. It was like when Nezuko burned her. Remember her like half her face was burnt and she like freaked out about it. But also that when she kicked half her face off. It's like Nezuko low-key knew that she was self-conscious about her face and just kept going for it.
Fucking kicked it every.
She's like stomping on her head.
Yeah, literally. Crazy.
Yeah, what are you saying, Alan?
Oh, I was just saying like I don't know, like these ones, I don't know, as we get more and more into the show, it's becoming like very, very it is kind of generic still, but like we're getting a sense of like there's good in the bad and there's bad in the good, because from like, I don't know, again, from Tanjiro's standpoint, when he has to attack someone and he has no choice to do it, he like gets kind of evil in a sense. I don't know, like he kind of loses conscious of like his moral compass or whatever, maybe. But I feel like that there's symbolism there with like, the bad guys being a little bit good and then the good guys being a little bit bad. And not too crazily, but just something.
Yeah, it's like the juxtaposition where like no one's 100% good, no one's 100% bad kind of thing. And it's literally the circumstances that these people were dealt, and then they were given a way out. And whereas Tanjiro was given the way out through the Demon Slayer,
right?
The person who found Gyutaro was a demon. Yeah, like I feel like if they're in the exact same situation, if a demon found Tanjiro and told him all the things, then
like in the moment, right? Like when his Nezuko is dead,
like maybe Tanjiro goes to the demon side instead. So I feel like a lot of parallels in that sense, and it did kind of like an interesting thing that I think about Demon Slayer that makes it different from like other shonen anime. Right. It's not Naruto talk no jutsu. Right? Yeah. We have the juxtaposition where we're like, listen, these bad guys aren't bad per se. They've been dealt a healthy hand, and Tanjiro can sympathize by that. But his solution for that thing is you guys have gone basically too far. And like he even says it. He's like, literally, he friggin' says, hey guys, don't fight because everyone else in this world's gonna hate you. You guys are pieces of shit. Yeah. You have no one else but you, so you might as well like each other.
Yeah, I like that too. Right? I like that too. Yeah.
So basically, that's what he was saying. And then their solution, everyone is like, I don't want you to suffer like this anymore. I need to kill you. Yeah. Naruto's solution is, I don't want you to suffer like this anymore. Let's hug it out. Let's have a long conversation and do that, right? So that's like I've kind of noticed in like it even happened in Jujutsu recently at the end where like he like sympathized with the brothers, but he's like literally said sorry still and punched out his
Punched a
guts.
hole through it. Yeah.
So I'm like I like that in the sense where like
too.
they like there is a point of no return still, and they're still like, even though you can sympathize with why they got to a certain point, they can still realize that what you've done is still unforgivable. Like, I'm not gonna you murdered my friend. I'm not gonna just be like,
Exactly.
yeah, but your life was bad, so it's okay.
It's okay.
It's more like it sucks we're both in this situation here, but like I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So which I like better.
And something I liked a lot about this episode is like the demons themselves. We saw the backstory of Gyutaro and Daki, but like what I liked about Gyutaro is like he's just talking about how he was basically made to be a demon. Like even before he was a demon, he felt like a demon kind of because of how he looked and how he like behaved. We saw the Oiron or whatever she was,
like how he was treated too, right?
Yeah, and she mentioned that he like was going even too harsh on the customers, like beating them half to death to collect the money and stuff. And he even admitted himself, he's like, hey, like every lifetime I'm going to be born, I want to be like a demon because that's like me. And it just reminds me of like him being just like, hey, like I'm evil, and someone being just like, well, why not good? And he's like, I like evil. Like that's his thing, you know? And I mean, we see stuff from the other demons where we see their sad.
Every other episode.
I know.
Literally.
Always knock over the mic. We see other demons who come from a very sad like past, but they were good, and that it just turned out that when they became demons, they became evil. But I like having the core essence of the demon being just rotten as well. Like so some demons are just evil, and they always were evil, even when they are human. And so there's sometimes sad backstories like in this case, but like he was never really a good person, you know. Even he cared for his sister, but as a person, he never was really good. He was kind of like more suited to be a demon, and he needed his head chopped off, and that's what happened. So, yeah.
It just yeah, no, but like that is all said and done. When that's all said and done, sorry, that is only the reason. Like the reason why he says that is because his life honestly did suck. Like his mom was like, you know, where he was born, what his mom did as a job, but also like how she treated him. You can easily see why. Yes, every like 10 out of 10 times. He would say that. You'd be like, yeah, I want to be a demon. However, again, the parallel between Tanjiro's family was loving. Tanjiro had brothers and sisters that he cared for just as much as they cared for him. And Tanjiro honestly had never been put in a situation like that where like, you know, like it was crazy bad. Like, and he even knew that from the movie. Like, remember when he was like, his parents were like, oh, it's your fault that your sister's dead, and he's like, yeah, my family would never say this, and he like kills himself knowing this is not real reality. Again, just the parallel there. I feel like Gyutaro, if he had like Andre said, if someone picked him up that had good intentions for him, like the Hashira or whatever, anyone, it would have been fine. Like he would actually turn out to be okay.
He's definitely the product of his environment, but I still like that they kind of showed that he was like bad. Like
but
that's the reason.
What I like is that it wasn't like his environment didn't say, "Oh, I want to be a demon." His environment said, "I need to do this shit to survive."
Yeah, exactly.
So thing, and then the demon said, "Hey, you can keep doing this kind of thing, but now you don't get sick anymore." And he's like, "Well, if I already have to live this life, and my sister can come back alive because she's burnt to a crisp, it's not like." It's not like I'm gonna bring her to a hospital and they're gonna fix her, bro. You know?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, she's basically Armin at this point. So.
Oh no, too soon, Andre.
Yeah.